good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders and analysts. This is Trader Psychology Series Part 5. Yeah, I'm late, everybody. I'm sorry, running late today. How is everybody? Happy Monday, June the 3rd, right? Wow. Monday, June the 3rd. Time is running fast. Hello, how are you? Alright, everybody. Today it's our last day about trader psychology, I believe. And we are going to read text from Dr. Van Tarp. Okay, so copyright, this is not mine, this is from Dr. Van Tarp, book called Super Trader. Okay, so this is not mine, this is from the book. Okay, and let's see, education number 1. Let's see what says the book. Van Tarp is saying, I believe that each person produces the results he or she gets in life. This occurs in all aspects of life, but this is especially evident in trading. Wow. The results you get in the market are exactly what you program yourself to get. Most traders battle the market for many years before they begin to come to this conclusion. Wow. More conservative investors seldom reach this conclusion. In a sense, you are lucky because what happens to you in the market is a terrific mirror to what is going on inside your head. People in other walks of life also have such mirrors, but they are not always so obvious. See the picture? The mirror, right? Whoops, not this one. Sorry about that. So one more time, everybody. Most traders battled the market for many years before they began to this conclusion that you get in the market exactly what you program yourself to get. Remember the mind traps? We talked about that we are programmed. In a sense, you're lucky because what happens to you in the market is a terrific mirror to what is going on inside your head. People in other walks of life also have such mirrors, but they are not so obvious. This was one. And number 2, chapter number 1, commitment. The quality of a person's life is in a direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. This is quote from Vince Lombardi. So the quality of your life is in a direct proportion to your commitment to excellence. Are you doing all the things that you should do, everybody? Or are you skipping some things? Are you doing your emotional journal? Are you rereading the strategy? Do you have your effectiveness journal? Do you have your end of the week report, end of the day report, weekly plan? The quality of your life, the quality of your trader's life is going to be in direct proportion to your commitment to excellence, says Vince Lombardi. And then Van Tarp continues talking about mental states, and he's saying the second aspect of duplicating top success in is mental states duplication. So think like a professional trader. This is what most of you call discipline or emotional control. If you ask people to list their trading or investment problems, there are of 2 types: problems they don't own and mental states controls problems. Problems that traders don't own consist of blaming the markets. Listen to this, everybody. Problems that traders don't own, meaning those are mind traps, mirrors, consist of blaming the markets, blaming floor traders or locals, blaming insider trading, blaming brokers, blaming system for what goes wrong, blaming strategies. And then he says we have a natural tendency to blame something other than ourselves for what happens. Society promotes it. Yet when you blame something other than yourself, you can continue to repeat the mistake because it was the result of something beyond your control. The best thing an investor can do when things go wrong is to determine how he or she produced the results, meaning trading journals. Now, I don't mean blame yourself for any mistakes either. At some point in time, for any situation, you made a choice that produced those results. Determine what that choice point was and give yourself other options to take when you encounter a similar choice point in the future. When people own their problems, they discover that their results usually stem from some sort of mental state. Wow. Do you blame everybody? Do you blame the markets? Do you blame the strategy? Do you blame your coach or mentor? Do you blame the broker? Do you blame the trading platform? Society promotes blaming. So, yeah, don't blame, right? Common mental states. I'm too impatient with the markets. I get angry at the markets. Do you get angry at the markets, everybody? I'm afraid at the wrong time. I'm too optimistic about what will happen. Controlling your mental state is not necessarily the magic solution to trading success. It's just part of the answer, but when you admit that the answer is within yourself, you've come a long way. What does this mean? Controlling your mental state is how you think. It's the mindset. Controlling your mindset is not necessarily the magic solution to trading success. It's just part of the answer. But when you admit that the answer is within yourself, you've come a long way. Remember, we have a joke between coaches. We found the enemy. Where is it? Oh, it's inside ourselves. And tomorrow, I'm not sure, maybe tomorrow we are starting again, right? Forex course 101 from scratch. Van Tarp is saying, people have a natural tendency to externalize issues. Rather than deal with the issue, we prefer to blame external factors and assume that we have no control over the issue. As a result, the issue will continue to resurface, often through market experiences, until we deal with it. Self-insight involves coming to grips with the real issues and taking charge of them. When you do so, then you can deal with the market rather than your personal issues. What I said in the first chapter is worth repeating. Most people tend to avoid working on themselves. Isn't that true? It's too painful. Instead, the issue they have with themselves, example, security, self-worth issues, etc., become an issue they have with the market, profit losers. So the trader simply transfers his problem, transmutes it, and then has the same problem, but with a different external manifestation. Boss, this is too complicated. Everybody, what Van Tarp is saying is that we bring our personal problems to the trading table. Make sense? And because we tend to bring our personal problems to the trading table, then we make mistakes. Does this make sense? You become irritated, you become nervous, you become fearful, or whatever negative emotion So you are not seeing the market objectively, you are reacting to the markets. In the advanced course, we're talking about coaching a lot, because the rich guys, the JP Morgan Chase, the Citibank, they have the performance coach. Institutional traders, they have the performance coach. S&B Capital from New York, Mike Bellafiore too. They're working with Brett Steenbarger. But when I say you, the retail trader, you must work on yourself, most of retail traders avoid working on themselves. It's too painful. The charts are more seductive, everybody. Make sense? Until you clean yourself. Let's give an example. Worthiness issues. What if you believe in the subconscious mind that you are not worthy the money? Exactly, you're going to self-sabotage. Make sense? Whatever might be the case. Whatever might be the case. If you have trouble dealing with self-esteem, then you will probably transfer the issue to being unable to take market losses. Isn't that true? If you decide you want a system to help you deal with the losses, then the system will just become a new problem. Why? Because the system is not going to change your self-esteem. Exactly. You will probably jump from system to system. You will probably change strategies until you learn to deal with the primary issue, is the self-esteem. How many of you online, or maybe that are going to listen to this recording, are changing strategies still? You are still changing strategy after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You are still changing strategy after 7 years, 8 years. Boss, but you don't understand, the strategy doesn't work. Well, I would suggest you to think that in 8 years, you've changed 60 strategies. I would suggest you to think that if I am 8 years, 60 strategies, well, maybe, just maybe, it's not the strategy the problem. Make sense? Does this make sense? So what is the problem? Us? We are the problem. As Van Tarp continues, most traders, in my opinion, have some basic psychological issue that they bring to the market. We just talked about this. That issue generally stems from something that happened in the first 5 years of life. For example, the issue might involve self-esteem, dealing with early childhood fears, getting even with a parent, etc. Once a person deals with the particular issues, then following a low-risk game plan, if one is available, becomes easy. Once you resolve the issue from the past, then following a strategy becomes easy. But as long as that issue remains, then the market is simply a place to play out some game, and its real purpose is to teach the trader how to deal with this issue. But as long as the issue remains, then the market is simply a place to play out some game, and its real purpose is to teach the trader how to deal. So the market is going to expose our problems. Make sense, everybody? How? You are bringing your issues to the trading table. Does this make sense? Van Tarp continues. Most traders object to the idea of developing a written game plan. The most common objections are I'm intuitive. How can I write down? I don't need the plan. I hate following rules. That's something you impose upon kids. I'm an adult now. I mean, this is a big one, right? It's probably a good idea. I will do someday. Let's explore these three objections. So somebody says, oh, I'm an intuitive trader. So intuitive trading occurs for several reasons. Many traders claim to be intuitive because they really don't know what they are doing. As a result, they are just inconsistent and haphazard. A written plan can do wonders for this sort of trader. Other traders, in contrast, must do a lot of visual interpretation, pattern recognition and such, which is an art form. This artistry is the intuitive aspect of their trading. If this description fits you, then the checklist form of a game plan described in Volume 5 is perfect for you. Develop such a plan. I hate following rules. A low-risk plan, meaning a strategy, should have a set of rules that is developed during the planning process. Making money requires consistency, which you get by following the rules you generate. Wow, right? Making money requires consistency, which you get by following the rules you generate. Top traders play the game of trading by understanding that a mistake has nothing to do with making or losing money. Top traders play the game of trading by understanding that a mistake has nothing to do with making or losing money. A mistake is not following your rules. You need written rules. Top traders play the game of trading by understanding that a mistake has nothing to do with making or losing money. We talked about this in the mind reps. Remember, everybody? Making money in the market, it's not a functionality of being right or wrong. Exactly. And number 3, it's probably a good idea, I'll do it someday. Businesses that thrive have a business plan, as common as this. Trading is a form of business. Traders, in order to survive and thrive, need a low-risk written trading plan, a strategy. Traders, in order to survive and thrive, need a low-risk written plan. Develop it as you go through this course. Do not put it off. Daily self-analysis, says Van Tarp. Successful trading is 40% risk control and 60% self-control. Wow. In turn, the risk control portion is one of half money management and one half market analysis. Thus, market analysis is only about 20% of successful trading. You staring at charts, it's only 20% of successful trading. Yet most traders emphasize market analysis while avoiding self-control and de-emphasizing risk control. To become successful traders need to invert the priorities. Risk control first, self-control second, and lastly, the analysis, right? Trading involves human performance, and that performance can be objectively measured in terms of profits and losses. You can't hide from your performance record. Your performance is either profitable break even or losing. Your performance is either profitable, break even or losing. Since you are the most important factor in your performance, doesn't it make sense to spend time analyzing yourself? Great question, right? The best traders do it subconsciously. You will probably be one step ahead of them if you make a conscious effort to begin each day with self-analysis. Boss, what does this mean? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? What is the mindset? Everybody, this is when the emotional journal comes along. Make sense? Stressors or anything that detracts from your performance, such as cold or illness, are going to impact upon your trading. What if your normal performance is break-even and you have a cold which reduces your performance by 10%? Suddenly you are going to start losing money. Even if your typical performance is profitable, if some stressor reduces it by 10%, then you might find yourself at break-even or losing money. As a result, you are better off staying away from trading until you eliminate the stress from your life. Yet, if you don't spend time analyzing yourself prior to trading, then you're likely to trade out of habit, says Van Tarp. And I believe we are done, right? Talked about 1, 2... Oh, this one. Most people are unaware of what they are trying to accomplish as traders. Our minds have a tremendous ability to produce what we want by focusing energy in the appropriate direction. However, when someone is uncertain of what he or she wants, or has a conflict between several desires, then the result is usually zero. Everybody, do you have a conflict between desires? What would be a conflict? Let's say that I'm a swing trader trading on the daily chart, but I want a monthly income. This cannot happen. The result is going to be zero. Thus, every trader needs to develop congruent goals about what he wants from the market. What do you want, everybody? Do you have your goals? Goal setting is a very important part of self-insight that is covered throughout the course. Again, this is from Dr. Van Tarp, book Super Trader. Now this is not mine, this is from Van Tarp's. I'm just reading out of his book a few things. Any questions so far about what we just covered? And the mind traps, right? The mind traps, right? Exactly. You need to work on yourself. The retail trader journey starts with the missing piece of the puzzle from the very beginning. The retail trader journey. Talking about the retail Forex market traders, we all start out our trading journey more or less the same way. And again, we're talking about retail traders. We gather some basic knowledge from friends, the internet, books, or some Forex trading courses, like here on Dukascopy, right? Academy. And we open a trading account and place our first trades. Of course, we gain some basic information on how to, example, use trend lines, interpret certain indicators, how to interpret candlestick formations, identify support and resistance levels, how to use Fibonacci ratios, and other information that a Forex trader can use. We discover how to make a trading plan and build a trading strategy. All within the dream and expectation to make money. And to make money fast, agreed? Unfortunately, what starts as a great and promising idea turns out to be a nightmare. Isn't that true? Most beginner traders overtrade, over-leverage their trades, flip-flop between strategies, invent new and better they think systems, start to get creative at interpreting indicators and end up losing all their money in a relatively short period of time. So it's not uncommon, everybody, to have retail traders trying to be consistently profitable month after month for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years plus. Everybody online, how long are you trying to be a consistently profitable trader? Let's make a poll. Student traders on YouTube, you too, if you would be so kind. How many years are you trying to become consistently profitable? There is no right or wrong, there is no shame. It took me 5 years. I can write a book. I am writing a book about the 5 years. One of the students that asked me for help was 13 years and still not consistently profitable. If you don't believe me, send me an email. Or say hello on Skype, education, FX Passion. I'll present to you the student that he was trying to be consistently profitable for 13 years, everybody. Not uncommon. Not uncommon. So here bears the question, how come that in a profession that is a learnable skill, there is still today, at the writing of this ebook, we're in the year 2024, there is still a 90% failure rate on trading accounts all over the world. And make no mistakes, everybody, I'm not guessing here, those records are public, part of the regulatory organs all around the world, that a broker must emit the numbers of losing or closed trading accounts for the year. By the way, we're talking about, traders, right? By the way, we're talking about accountants, lawyers, architects, Uber drivers, gardeners, airline pilots, quantum physicists, and so on. I mean, really, really smart people trying to become a professional trader. And still there is a 90% failure rate. Isn't that strange? What do you think? Well, good news here. I cracked the code here. I can explain you the why. Just keep reading. The most important thing that the majority of retail traders don't know is that to make money in the Forex market, you need to be consistent by sticking to your trading plan and your trading strategy. Consistency can only come from habit. And here lies the problem. How can you create a habit of consistently trading your trading plan and your trading strategy? You could be thinking, well, why wouldn't they? Right? Well, for starters, you are not fully consistent at following a strategy rules. maybe we can put yours, right? And when I say fully consistent, I mean 100% of the time. Everybody, are you 100% consistent? See, we all know what we should do, but we aren't doing it. Or as Jim Rohn said, what is easy to do, it's also easy not to do. Make sense? So why wouldn't you do something that seemingly makes sense to you? Well, because you're a retail trader, therefore you have the ability to choose. Make sense? Learn this for now. What is easy to do, it's also easy not to do. More about it in the next pages. Great question. Everybody listen to this. Not on YouTube, but on the other streaming platform. Listen to this, everybody. Hello 4K. Everybody listen to this great question. Boss, so you are telling me that accountants, lawyers, architects, Uber drivers, gardeners, airline pilots, quantum physics are not following their strategy rules? Yes, this is exactly what I'm saying. It's not that easy. And it's not that easy because of the money problem. I mean, there are a lot of reasons, but also, isn't it curious that the majority of the people spend a lot of money on courses, trading softwares and computers? They buy an array of 8 monitors just to follow the price action of several currencies at the same time, but they don't even think about keeping a trading journal to review what worked and what did not. There is no shame in this. Many of us have started the same way. Likewise, we burn throughout several trading accounts and torture ourselves while trying to find the solution to our problems. It is normal and healthy to question ourselves constantly. What I'm not seeing that I should see? I have read all of these books on currency trading. I watch a ton of videos. I purchased many trading courses and nothing is happening. I'm still not consistently profitable as a trader. Why am I not successful yet? What's wrong with me? Right, everybody? Did you go through this? Can you relate to this? If yes, welcome to the club. That's normal, so don't beat yourself up, alright? But my story goes even deeper. Listen to this. Even after dissecting almost every part of successful Forex trader, from trading strategies and rules, to trading plans, to money management, to trading psychology, to brokers, trading platforms, technical and fundamental analysis, to motivation and patience, to entry and exit setups, and to finding a successful mentor and joining a trading group, my trading results did start to improve, yes, but only marginally. And here is how all turned good for me. And here is how all turned out. I finally understood what the missing piece was. I'm totally honest here. I didn't get it from the very beginning. It took me some time. It took me 5 years. Why? Well, here is the story. I was an institutional trader until 2010. When I got out of the corporate world, I got out because I want to be my own boss. I mean, why would you work for someone else, right? That's the dream, right? You go into a financial trading institution like an investment bank, broker or hedge fund. You learn what is to learn, get the experience, learn the business, and then get out and start your own shop. I mean, who wouldn't do this, right? Big mistake. If you don't understand properly how this business is done and what is the most important part of this profession. And that's exactly what happened to me. I was struggling for 5 years as a retail trader, not institutional. So here is the question me and you can ask. Why would a former institutional trader, me, struggle now that he or she went retail? He's trading the same strategies before. He's trading the same market as before. Yeah, maybe he or she has a smaller account, but everything else is the same. Wouldn't you agree? You are trading the same markets, you are the same person, and you are trading the same strategy. Basically, to comparing what you did and how you did it in an institution, everything is more or less the same. Excluding the money on the account, as we clarified. Wouldn't you agree? So here is another great question to ask ourselves. Are we stupid or what? Was I stupid for 5 years or what? What's wrong with us, right? Well, let me tell you a secret. Not everything was the same. The very fact that I didn't have a boss that was beep when things went wrong, or when I didn't obey the strategy rules, is one of the tiny secrets that makes a huge difference when you go retail. Why? Simply because you have the ability to choose, everybody. Make sense? What is easy to do, it's also easy not to do. You can obey your strategy rules, or you can let it slide. Just for today. Make sense, everybody? Anyway, during those 5 years of struggling and not being consistently profitable, I knew that what was missing was not technical. I knew this. The reason that I was not making it, it was not technical. It happened that you are in the same place. If happened that you are in the same place, this is good news for you. Pat yourself on the back because you are not stupid. So it was not the trend lines, the Fibonacci and the Ichimoku, the trading charting software, and it was not the strategy that were missing the piece of the puzzle. 4K says the level of discipline when trading to, yes, quite different. Okay, everybody, just this and then we are done for today. As we talked about, the strategy was the same. Now, this paragraph is difficult to accept as a reason for not doing well for 80% of people, for the student traders, for the aspiring retail traders that are dreaming to become professional traders and live from the markets. If you are asking where does the 80% number does come from, this is from my personal data. As I'm writing this ebook in 2024, so I'm over 7 years as an active coach, trying to help retail traders to become professional traders and close the gap between a retail trader way of thinking and doing compared to an institutional trader way of thinking and doing. I'm going to tell you the truth, alright? Remember, this is not generalized knowledge. Those are my numbers from my students. 80% of my student traders are not making it. They become what I call pizza traders. And the simple reason is that they do not accept what I'm teaching them as the truth. It's as simple as that. Not coachable, uncoachable. Anyway, knowing that what was missing was not technical, what was missing was not of technical nature, I finally met one of my mentors, Dr. Van Tarp. He's gone now, God bless him. He was the game changer for me. You can search his name on Amazon, you find some of his books. What is surprising is that most of his books are not covering technical analysis at all. So I started following the man, joined his groups, and I went to every seminar he was holding if I could. And as they said, the rest is history. Alright, everybody, for today. See you back tomorrow. I believe we are ending the Forex course 101 for this year. Tomorrow we should start with lesson number 1, what is technical market structure, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Now, what is the next step? The next step for you, everybody, is to join the Forex course 202. If you want consistent results, learn the mindset and the heartset of the professional traders, ask for the Forex course 202, the institutional trader course. I'm not arrogant, everybody. This course is a must. You must come to this course. Why? Because you're not stupid, but you are lacking some specific knowledge, and this knowledge is your next level. Make sense? Thank you, thank you, everybody, for the time. See you back tomorrow. Until tomorrow, stay strong and look at the mirror as a boss. And this is the boss signing